Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Prison authorities under microscope after Vybz Kartel Fox News interview. The Jamaican prison authorities have come under scrutiny following the premiere of a Fox 5 New York exclusive interview with incarcerated dancehall entertainer Vybz Kartel that was aired Wednesday night. The flamboyant DJ, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, appeared to have been conducted the interview from his Kingston jail cell, which he described as a dungeon to journalist Lisa Eves. Interviews are a clear breach of prison protocols. Part 1 of the interview, dubbed Vybz Kartel, His Fight for Freedom, went viral moments after it was released and was trending on social media. The final is scheduled for tonight on American media platform at 9 p.m. Jamaica time. There has been no official response yet from the Department of Correctional Services of the Ministry of National Security, which has direct responsibility for the rehabilitation of inmates. Kartel, who was convicted for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, along with 3 other co-accused, have been the subject of defiance to contraband in prison on several occasions and was up to recently being investigated for involvement. To date, the findings have not been released. Kartel is serving a 35-year prison sentence. He was arrested in Kingston on September 29, 2011. In a snippet from Wednesday night's exclusive interview, the entertainer insisted that the appeal of his murder conviction would be successful. "I was sick for a few years, but definitely, I am recovering physically, but mentally I have always been in a good place because I know I am innocent and I know I am coming out," a voice purported to be Kartel said. Kartel charged that the system wanted to have him thrown behind bars. Government rubbishes complete lockdown rumor. The government is dismissing as false a social media post suggesting that the country will enter a complete lockdown on Friday. The claim was made in a social media posting, which also suggested that curfew hours have been extended to August 23rd. Press Secretary Naomi Francis addressed the claims on Twitter, saying there is no truth to such rumor. By this, all Jamaicans would have known that any change to COVID measures is announced via television and radio by the Prime Minister, not via text or whatever is mischievously being circulated on social media, she added. Former MP Ernie Simit has died. Attorney at law and former St. Anne Southwest Member of Parliament Ernie Simit has died at age 70. Simit reportedly passed away at the University Hospital of the West Indies about 9 p.m. on Wednesday after a battle with cancer. He is survived by widow Lynette Royce Simit, a son and 4 daughters including Marsha Simit, who is also an attorney at law and member of parliament for North East St. Anne. Residents try to maintain their safety while counting their loss due to flooding from Tropical Storm Grace.
Hello, sir. Turn back the car, madam. Turn back the car. Love your family, you can't pass. But if you love your family, turn back. If you don't love your family, you can't pass. Now you lie. Hello, sir. Turn back the car, madam. Turn back the car. And we are done around here, man. I said that there's no danger, brother. Yeah?
You said water up on the road around there?
Dangerous, man. Dangerous, man.
So the road covered? The road covered around there?
Yes. Ribis corner. Danger.
Yeah, go around there.
is actually my fourth experience with the flooding.
At the same location?
At the same location.
In what period of time?
2 years. In a period of 2 years. So
what kind of losses have you suffered as a result?
goods sometimes get damaged. You have to, throw them out again, use them back. So basically, and furniture mash up the same way because not all the time you can get the ice them because sometimes the rain come unexpectedly and things like that. I mean, I have the help sometimes. Whoever is here, they don't have the help to, ice up some of the stuff there. But it's a good thing my baby father ice somebody up this morning, else we probably would have some ice stuff would have get wet. I want to tell us that this morning my ears are rain supposed to fall. This morning, and after that we go on YouTube now and see the video. So that is the thing about it. But I'm getting updates just to say.
Jamaica receives 204,000 doses of Pfizer vaccine from the U.S. The first batch of more than 200,000 doses of the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine from the United States arrived in the island on Thursday morning. Speaking on the tarmacs at the Norman Manley International Airport after the arrival, Prime Minister Andrew Holness expressed a heartfelt thank you to the President, Vice President, the entire United States government, and the people of the United States for this generous donation of Pfizer vaccine. Approximately 204,000 doses of the vaccine arrived Thursday, with children 12 years and older being prioritized to receive the shot as the government prepares for the reopening of schools for face-to-face classes in October. Education Minister Favour Williams also expressed thanks to the United States for the generous gift, noting that many parents and teachers are anxious see the education sector return to normality or as far normal operations as possible. She said a public education campaign is being rolled out to encourage parents to get their children vaccinated. A total of 608,000 doses of the vaccine are to arrive in the island in 3 batches over a 3-month period following negotiations between Jamaica's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and the government of the United States of America. Wees Road residents hit again. Talk of relocation still a promise. For residents of Reeds Road in Bull Bay, St. Andrew, it was a case of deja vu on Tuesday when heavy rains associated with Tropical Storm Grace caused a section of Chalk River to overflow its bank, dumping up to 4 feet of silt and large stones into homes and destroying furniture, appliances, and motor vehicles. Last November, there was a similar but much worse situation during heavy rains when silt poured into several homes and packed as high as the ceilings. Some motor vehicles were entirely covered with silt. Over many months, the silt was cleared from the homes and dumped onto the bank of the river, which some residents believe was a bad decision as the mounds of dirt which had been removed ended back into their homes. This time around, an entire section of the river's bank tore away, leaving the riverbed and residents' home on the same level. While digging his Ford Ranger out of silt, Henry Prince said he was surprised when he returned home Tuesday evening to find the vehicle stuck in mud and his home full of muck. He reported he was worried about his earnings going forward due to possible damage to the Ford Ranger, which he uses for his livelihood. I wasn't here Tuesday in the day, but when me come in back in the night, me couldn't even come up to the road. Me have to go take the back road and come in. When me come in, me have to go take up shovel and start cleaning out. It reached about 3 feet worth of silt and stone. I want to tell you say, this van should have gone out go work this morning. It's a commercial vehicle, as old as it be, it's computerized vehicle, so maybe the computer can get leaked, he added. He said the authorities should have chucked the silt away instead of leaving it on the banks of the river. Terry and Murray, who took very few breaks while cleaning up her house, said if she had not put up a concrete wall, she would have had more silt collecting in her home. At the same time, Morris said while some people may have received offers to have them relocate, no one had approached her. Maybe them go to some people, but nobody no come say nothing to me about relocation. I true me build up the wall since last time, make more no come in here. The worst thing about it too, I say no water not even in the pipe. All them have to do is fix the ground and this wouldn't happen. Mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew Delroy Williams, who toured Weeds Road yesterday, reported that the current Atlantic hurricane season is still active and therefore a short-term measure will have to be put in place until a more permanent one is decided on. We are looking at a short-term and a long-term solution. What we recognize is that there is a consistent problem in the river as you approach Weeds Road at 9 Mile Bridge. The silt built up in a major issue. There is a section of Chalky River banks that was breached, so what we are doing is pursuing various options, and the city's engineers department has been asked to work closely with other agencies and provide various options to us because the issue of cost is a factor. We are in the hurricane season and rains are expected in the season, so we have to first find a short-term solution, he added. In commenting on other areas in St. Andrew that experienced flooding, Williams said he was pleased that New Haven, which usually experiences flooding during heavy rains, saw water receding quickly after the rain had stopped. We visited New Haven and we were pleased because even though they had flooding, as soon as the rain subsided, the water receded. That is something they normally would not have experienced before. We were able to walk along Riverside Drive, which normally we wouldn't be able to do. They normally have water remaining there for days into weeks. This time, the water receded quickly. The residents were very pleased with that, and we are encouraged by that because we did the Duane River, and prior to the passage of Grace, we cleaned a number of drains in that area. We will continue to clean the Duane River and the drains in that community. 555 new COVID cases, 3 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 555 new COVID-19 cases on Wednesday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 59,932. The country also recorded 3 additional deaths, bringing the death toll to 1,342. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the deaths, which occurred on Tuesday, August 17, included a 60-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 94-year-old man from St. Thomas, and a 53-year-old woman from Clarendon. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine 90, Kingston and St. Andrew 81, St. Thomas 55, St. James 54, Manchester 53, Westmoreland 41, Trelawney 35, Clarendon 34, St. Elizabeth 32, Portland St. Anne 24 each, St. Mary 17, and Hanover 15. The country also recorded 29 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 47,599. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.